I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 232 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with Nick Theories. This is our pre-Super Bowl show. Just a reminder, we're going to be doing a podcast on 11 a.m. on Sunday, right before the Super Bowl, with special guests Tom and Ryan Dock. That should be fun because Ryan's a Chiefs fan. Tom is an anti-Eagles fan. I don't know what you are, and I'm an Eagles fan.
Why do you say that?
Human behavior.
I don't know what that means.
Do we have an episode called that? Human behavior?
We don't.
That's the episode for tonight, 232. All right, let's start out with we can go to the Raiders first. So the Raiders made Chip Kelly the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. What are your thoughts on that? Because I thought that came out of left field.
Yeah, that definitely came out of left field. It feels like kind of desperate. But
that's what you took from it? Desperate?
Yeah, I mean, the highest paid coordinator. You think Chip Kelly deserves that after he debacled the Eagles as a head coach?
He's coming to Philly this year.
I'm just saying, though, they give him that much money? I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's too weird. So it kind of feels desperate to me.
Yeah,
so,
I just like, why wouldn't you? There has to be somebody else you can go to do that. But to make Chip Kelly, I mean, his last stint in the NFL, he was horrible with the 49ers. Horrible.
That's what I'm saying. So I was kind of shocked by that. But I don't know. The Raiders might have a plan. They got Pete Carroll.
Who do you think their quarterback is next year?
They're going to draft one.
Do you think they bring in somebody too, though, and have the quarterback?
I would like to see Shador there.
Door?
I feel like he would be a perfect Raider.
He would revive them.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he would.
I'm a Shador guy, so
off
I'm
the
going to say
rip.
that.
Yeah, but they need an offensive line.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's the thing with me is, like, if you're going to draft a quarterback, you got to make sure you have an offensive line. Like, I always believe in that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, because otherwise you're going to get him killed. And that's what happened to kind of Justin Fields and kind of Caleb Williams. Like, their line stunk. So
Caleb was just ass.
I mean, he definitely had his down moments this year, for sure. But overall, like, you need a good line, bro. Like,
yeah. No, I totally agree. But I was saying, like, do you think they're going to bring in a vet that goes in front of them, like Daniel Jones or something like that? Like I don't know, Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold. Like, do you think one of them goes there?
Absolutely not, because like Tom Brady is a part owner of that team, and I don't see him going out and going to get a Daniel Jones and just punting the season like that.
Do you think
like,
Daniel
I feel
Jones
like
could succeed under Chip Kelly with Chip Kelly's fast-paced shit and Daniel Jones' running ability? Because he could run a little bit now.
Yeah, but like, are you comfortable going into the season as Daniel Jones is your quarterback one?
Well, I mean, Pete Carroll got rid of Russell Wilson and kind of was there with the revival of Geno. That's the only reason I'm asking. Like, could it be a similar situation? Does Pete Carroll have another one in him? Pause.
I don't see that, man. I think they're well. And then again, I think about Pete's age too, right? Because like, he's older. So my thing is, like, they got to win now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I mean,
they have
that's
to.
the obvious.
They have to. He got what, a 3-year deal?
He got 3 years.
So he probably has to have a good year this year. A good year for the Raiders.
But that's not even enough time, though.
Well, I think they want to just see if he could change the culture and all that. Like, I would probably say this year they got to get to about 6 wins. I think their over and under will be 4. If they can exceed that and I think if they won 6 games, that would be an improvement for the Raiders. Like, I think that's a good season for them, especially in that division.
An improvement towards like what though? Like, it's an improvement depending on the quarterback. Like, if Daniel Jones went there, you guys won 6 games. To me, you're the same squad. You're the same squad, bro.
Yeah.
If you have a rookie quarterback and he shows promise and you're 6-11, okay, then you might have something. Like, kind of like the Patriots with Drake May.
Yeah.
Like, they're going next season with some kind of steam. You know, they got Vrabel, they got Drake May. Like, I don't think it's going to be a 1-year fix.
Speaking of them real fast, I want to touch on this. T. Higgins apparently wants 30 a year. He's looking for 4 years, 120. You think the Patriots give him that?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Just look at his availability the last couple of years.
That's the only thing haunting him.
That's the only thing haunting him. I'm not paying somebody $30 million if you're only going to suit up at 10 games.
What do you do with Puka? Because Puka's going to be getting a deal soon. Do you think Puka's health this year has anything to do with his deal in 2 years?
No, because you already saw what he could do.
Yeah, but if the health,
he's electric, bro. Like you're going to pay a guy like that.
But I feel like T's the same way because when Jamar went out, you saw what T could do. But I feel like I said this before. I feel like T and Puka have the same thing.
I think Puka's better than T.
I don't think he's worlds better than him.
I think he's better already. Remember, this is Puka just finished his second year, and I think he's already better.
I bang with T.
Yeah, me too. I like T.
You know who really bang a set?
But I don't think he's worth $30 million. You think he's worth $30 million?
No, I don't think
because he's gonna play 10 games a year. That's $3 million a game. That's not worth it. For what? 6 catches, 70 yards? I don't know. I feel like I can get that somewhere else.
Do you think T can be a 1?
Yes, in the right situation.
But I feel like New England, he would be awesome in New England. Then you got Pop Douglas opposite of him. You got Ramondre Stevenson, who I think is a good running back.
Do you think T. Higgins could be a 1?
I do. I absolutely do. But again,
I know
you have to say this. You have to say health, which obviously everybody has to be healthy. But there is health concerns. I'm not just like completely ignoring that fact. But I'm just saying, like, if he were to suit up and health wasn't a factor, even though I know it is, I'm just saying, like, hypothetical. If health wasn't a factor, yeah, I believe T. Higgins could be a top 10 receiver.
Fair. But I'm not paying him $30 million a year, nor would I feel comfortable about doing that.
Who would you rather have, T. Higgins or George Pickens?
T. Higgins, because I think the attitude's better. I don't like the attitude of Pickens.
No, I agree. I mean, I know how I feel with George Pickens.
I don't think you can win with him.
Look, so it's weird for me because I'm a George Pickens fan of his talent. Like I said, I believe that if you're going talent for talent, I think you can make the argument he's in the top 5 group or near that 5 number. But I have one of our episodes where I said it. His attitude is it's AB Jr. That organization, man, they could pick wide receivers like no one I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But every single one they pick is a head case. You draft Antonio Brown, the dude loses his mind. You have Juju Smith-Schuster, who wants to be a TikTok star. Then you have you get George Pickens, who's elite as a talent, and you can't rein him in. But again, is that Mike Tomlin, or is that just you picking flawed wide receivers? Because Andy Reid is like the poster boy for taking chances on flawed players. And look what it does. He turns them around.
Yeah.
What happened?
He had Kadarius Toney on his team.
Kadarius Toney, Michael Vick when he was coming out of prison. Look what Andy Reid.
Gordon. They get picked up Josh Gordon.
Kareem Hunt. Michael
Vick.
When Michael Vick came out of Philly, bro, like Andy Reid is so is so important to Michael Vick's new public image. Like what? I can't even think of the word that I was trying to say, but like
instrumental.
Instrumental is what I was trying to say, not incremental. Excuse me. He's so instrumental in that revival of Michael Vick.
He is.
Like he was, dude, and he just like Tyreek Hill. Like he just has a way of doing that. So there is a part of me that looks at Tomlin like, are you just a poor leader because you have this big thing around you that you're a player's coach and all that? And it's like, that's cool, bro. You could be a player's coach, but if you're a player's coach, you should also be able to hold them accountable. And if you can't differentiate that and you can't separate the two things where it's like, yo, you're the homie, but this is what is expected of you. And then on the same thing, when you're not doing what's expected of you, I can't come and check you. Then that's a problem. For me, I think that's on Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, so exactly. So what about the flip side? I was going to say, like, what about the flip side of that? Because like Mike Tomlin, like, to be honest with you, he's kind of underachieved over the last decade. So it's like, what kind of standard is he held to?
That's what I'm saying.
Is he held to, one and done? Just being 500 and that's it, or being just above 500 and being one and done in the playoffs? Is that his standard? Like, is that Pittsburgh standard? I know, but is he held to the same accountability as these players?
No.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, that's not fair. So now you have a one-sided argument. So now when the players go out and they sit out and they want their money, can we blame them? You can't.
Especially the other thing with Tomlin.
Sometimes you really can't, though, man.
The other thing with Tomlin is, too, if you think about it, with Russell Wilson last year, like he came out and made that snarky, arrogant comment, like, that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, he was good for like 7 games. Had everybody tripping. Even me and you were like, all right, maybe Russ he could put on his apron. And he He turned into Denver Russ.
Yeah. Do you think he comes back as Steelers quarterback?
I wouldn't personally, because I don't know why if he's seeking $30 million, why you would pay Russell Wilson $30 million is crazy. I would rather have Daniel Jones at fucking $10 million.
Is that what he's seeking, Russell Wilson?
I think he was seeking like a 2-year deal for 60 or something like that. I read. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, or 3 years or something like that. But I would never do that. I think they were talking about the Baker Mayfield contract.
Well, going back to the Raiders, there were some smoke that, there were some conversations about Russell Wilson going back to the Raiders to link up with Pete Carroll.
If you're going to get Russell Wilson for $10 million, yeah, I think that's okay. I don't have an issue with that. I really don't. But if you're going to take Russ at anything over $10 million, absolutely not. No, because Russ isn't a starting caliber, or he may be, but he's at this age, he's a bridge. Russ ain't taking you nowhere. He just will make you not as trash, potentially, because the Steelers were horrible to end the season the last 6 games of the year.
Yeah. So he should probably get a Sam Darnold deal, is what you're saying, from last year with the Vikings gave him 1 year, $10 million.
1 year, $10 million. I'm not committing to Russell Wilson.
$6.5 million signing bonus.
There you go.
8.5 guaranteed. That's fair.
You get $500,000, you win a playoff game. You get $250,000, win a playoff game. $500,000, you make the AFC Championship. Like, you need to work for that, dude. You're not Russ throwing for 4,000 yards and rushing for 800 in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
That's not you no more.
Right.
But like, I wouldn't.
So where do they pivot though? Like, where do they go with the quarterback? Like, do they look at Justin Fields and give him a shot? Like,
depending. I mean, I would search the market, but like, truth be told, if you're going to go out, I feel like the safest bet from the free agent pool right now would be Darnold. I think he's the best available. I don't think Darnold's anything special, but I think he's the best available in what's available.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah,
like
I get that.
That's all I'm saying. Like if you lined up like Zach Wilson, Daniel Jones, Carson Wentz, Russell Westbrook, Sam Darnold, I'm taking Sam Darnold.
Now, do you think that there's some smoke with the if the Steelers trade TJ Watt to maybe move up in the draft and go get that quarterback? Like, maybe like do they think about that? Because like, to me, like, they need a quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's time.
They need a quarterback.
It's
I don't, and I think like, even if you're a Steelers fan at this point, like, you can only buy into the mid-level guys so many times before it's like, all right, yo, I had enough. Like, enough's enough now.
I'd rather take a step backwards and then go 2 steps forward, then keep going forward and then take it 1 step back. You're not getting anywhere.
It's not even that. It's just like you're running in mud.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
like you're taking 1 step forward and then coming back and doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, to me, it's like, all right, at that point, I'd rather just reset, maybe stink for a year, right? Get my quarterback some experience, build a culture around them, and then take that leap the second year. Like, I think that actually fits in the NFL. Like,
in my opinion, even though saying that, like, I think that's the best approach for them before you would even hit the free agent market. And the reason I say that is look at your division. You got Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
You have 2 of the best 4 quarterbacks in your division.
Yep.
You know what I'm like? They're not going anywhere. The only thing preventing the Bengals and the Ravens for the next 10 years of not being in contention is the quarterback being injured.
And Cleveland has the 2nd pick overall.
And Cleveland, I mean, they should take a quarterback. I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, bro, you're 3-14. You're not going to take a quarterback.
And Deshaun Watson's out again.
Yeah.
Right. For the year. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, let's talk about his white counterpart.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Let's talk about Jay Tuck. 10 victims.
I can't believe it, man.
It went from 6 to 10 in like 48 hours of, again, I don't understand what it is with NFL players now, Deshaun Watson and Justin Tucker. How horny are you as a multi-million-dollar man?
You believe it?
I don't think it comes out of nowhere.
Kind of feel the same way, because I was reading old ass tweets from like years ago, and there were some shit saying about Justin Tucker, and then kind of got swept under the rug. And then the
thing is about these is like, when you read about them, it's very similar to Deshaun Watson. Like, you had, for Deshaun, it was like 27, but 25 of the 27 were all the same. Like, all the stories were like, the gist of the story was all the same. He was laying on the table. Some of the stories
were the same here.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same premise. Like, you're laying on the table, and instead of putting the towel over your balls, you're putting the washcloth. And it's like, well, yeah, if you're getting a boner when you got on a washcloth,
yeah,
like, what do you expect's going to happen, dude?
Right.
So, I mean, now Deshaun Watson's at this moment, at this juncture, was a little bit more vivid because they were saying like, you know what I'm saying, like he was holding his legs up and shit.
Yeah.
But like he went crazy on him. But with Justin Tucker, I mean, to have that come out, especially being a Baltimore Raven.
In the same division too, that happened.
Yeah, that's the horniest division in the NFL. But my thing is, like, when I read things like that, bro, it's so mind-blowing to me because what would possess you to do something like that? Especially after hearing the Deshaun Watson stuff.
Should he get the same treatment?
Hell yeah. It's the same thing. Oh, because it's 17 less women, it's a little bit more forgiving. Fuck no.
So you think that he should be suspended for the season?
Hell yeah. Was Deshaun, how many? No, he was 12 games, right?
Yeah.
Or 11 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be just like that.
At that junction, do you think the Ravens cut Justin Tucker?
In my opinion, they would, because I don't think Justin Tucker played that well this year. And I think at this point, I think the Ravens are such a highly respected franchise, and they carry such a weight.
They got Harbaugh there.
You have Harbaugh. You have a superstar quarterback, like literally a superstar quarterback that is one of the 4 faces of the league. You know what I mean? And especially the whole, the whole thing with Lamar is too, the way he looks, the way he talks, the running quarterback, the style of play. Like a lot of that does play into does play into being a face of the league. So with all of that, I just don't think you want a distraction like that around you. And like I said, his play last year didn't warrant it.
I agree. I think they're going to get rid of him because I think this is too big of a story and too big of a distraction, especially coming off of a disappointing loss the way they ended the season. I just feel like, to me, that it's like all right, dude, like we don't need this.
The other thing on that is too, dude, is like it started with 6, now they're at 10, and it's like, is this going to be a Deshaun thing where it's like where every other day it's like bang, 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 and you just keep seeing them?
See, I think that's the part I hate.
Well, it's hard though because the punter for the Bills, I forget that dude.
Matt Ariza.
Yes, he got kicked out right away, and he was innocent. It came out after.
Yeah.
The Bills caught him right away when they said he raped that girl.
Yeah.
Now, look, I'm not making light of that, but I'm saying, like, when he was accused of raping that girl, who then came out a year later and said she lied, like,
it damn near ruined his career.
Yeah, like that's hard to do. Oh, Andy Reid, another one.
He picked him up, right?
He picked him up. So it's, you know what I mean? But again, you didn't hear anything about him after that. No distractions, not because Andy Reid knows how to do that. That Harrison Butker thing with Christianity, like he nipped it in the butt.
He suppresses it.
This is my guy, and he supports him. I support his views. I don't, whatever. But that's leadership.
Yeah,
that's what Tomlin's missing. That's what the Steelers are missing.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy Reid's a player's coach, according to Mahomes, Shady, everybody. So yeah, with the Justin Tucker thing, I mean, it's the off season now.
But that's the shit that I hate, though. It's like 6 people came out. And then, like, as soon as that story came out, it was like, oh, a couple of days later, 4 more people came out. And it's like, I don't know. Like, shit like that kind of, like, makes me kind of pissed off. Because it's like, if you really got sexually assaulted, then, like, why don't you come out early? Like, as soon as it happened? I think
some people are scared to do it.
Maybe.
I guess. I mean, he
is a high profile guy, I guess, in that regard. So I guess it kind of like scares you away.
Or unless they were just waiting to get the lawyer and everything ready. That could be true too. They didn't want to just come out like by them, like Matt Barnes' girl did them.
Yeah.
Tagging everyone saying that he cheated on her 8 times in the month of January. I mean, you could take that approach too, but at that point, she's not really doing anything to Matt Barnes except trying to embarrass him.
Yeah.
This seems like, and similar to Deshaun Watson, they're actually trying to go, like, they want retribution. They want justice to be served, whatever. So it's just a fucked up scenario, dude. I don't understand these players with the masseuses.
I know, but at the same time, is justice served? Like, what justice did fucking Deshaun Watson serve?
Well, no, justice wasn't served on Deshaun Watson.
So it's like,
yeah, it's hard.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you this though. Deshaun Watson, the Cleveland Browns made sure nothing like that will ever happen again in the NFL. They just happen to be the guinea pig of CTE.
I can't believe they did that, bro.
They ruined their franchise. They had a franchise quarterback, and they let a year that he was playing through an injured shoulder on his throwing shoulder set them back years. It's totally insane the Cleveland Browns will Cleveland Browns, dude. They're an embarrassment.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I think that they're going to move on from Justin Tucker. I think that's disgusting behavior. I can't believe like another story has come out like this. And it's just like, is there more?
I believe there will be.
There's got to be, right? Because like these players do they're around this type of practice and type of professionalism. So like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird that in the kind of the time span that these reports came out with Deshaun Watson,
It was a
and
year
now
later.
Tucker. Yeah, like it's kind of like too close.
Yeah.
Whereas before, we never even heard this before.
Yeah, I know.
So now it's like, now more shit is coming out. So I'm wondering now, is there more? And I hope there's not. Like, God,
I know.
like,
Imagine
please
like
no. But
my
like,
thing is like, bro, imagine like collabing to go to a masseuse. Like I can't even understand. I can't even begin to understand that. You're getting a massage, and I got a massage before. I fuck with them, but I'm just saying, like, you're getting a massage, and you're getting a boner and pulling it out in front of them. Like, how stupid, especially when you're a high profile player like that. Deshaun Watson was at least making you sign NDAs. He knew he was going to be doing fucked up behavior.
yeah, which is again comes back to the point where like it's like, bro, like,
yeah, what are you doing?
27 cases and then NDAs. It's like, come on, bro, like, what were you doing?
You're guilty, fam.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
You lied about your location. You said you were in Houston. You were at you rented out a suite on the top level of the thing and had people going up there signing NDAs to rub you down, and you weren't even getting any. They were getting freaked out.
Yeah,
and then you got rewarded with 250 M's, and that's why I said from the day it happened, I hated Deshaun Watson. I was so happy when he tore his Achilles. He should have crawled off the field. Don't get him a cart.
He's not coming back either this year, so that's a good thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually happy about that.
Justice was served.
Yeah,
that's justice. Although he still gets his money.
I don't think so. I don't think it's justice, man. Yeah, he's got $200 and something million in the bank, and he did some freaky shit, bro. Like he did. So, like to me, it's like no, justice wasn't served. He didn't do his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he got suspended and didn't get paid for it.
Yeah,
but like, bro, he already had millions, bro.
And
like,
he lost the game that he loved, but he got $250 million in the process.
Yeah, right. You're always compensated for something.
And it was fully guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't no clauses in there, nothing like that. So that's where I'm at on that.
He held the Browns' legs up in the air.
Yeah.
Straight the fuck up.
He really did.
He did. He held their feet up.
It's that I'll never understand that, man. But the thing is like I said, like you have the Steelers and the Browns for the next, I don't know, 7 years at minimum are literally barring injury are going to be jockeying for third and fourth place.
I don't know that to be true though.
I'm just saying, like, do you really expect the Bengals or the Ravens to falter? I mean, I know they did this year, but I don't think the Ravens I don't think the Bengals will have a defense as putrid as it was this year.
No, but I also feel like shit happens, right? Like
that's fair. I'm saying unless they get a quarterback. I'm saying that's how they'll jockey unless they get a quarterback.
So yeah, within the next 7 years, I mean, I'm banking on an NFL franchise to come up with a plan to get them an NFL
Speaking of, I mean, like think about this too. Because you know the defense they got, like the defense is going to be better. You can't get worse than it was last year for the Bengals.
Well, they fired a defensive head coordinator.
Yeah, I can't think of who they brought in. Who was that dude? I think he was from college. Who's the defensive coordinator they brought in?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I forget who it was. Damn it, dude! I thought the dude was from college, which I like Lou Arenamo. I don't know why they got rid of him, but
oh no way, Al Golden.
Yes, that's his name. But do you think they signed T. Higgins?
Al Golden is fucking crazy. Do you know who that is?
Not at the top.
Do you know anything about him at all?
Golden Auctions?
No. Do you know like anything about this football coach?
No. Why?
How
do you know him?
He was a head coach at Temple.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When you were there?
When I was there. Yep.
To you.
Al fucking Golden is crazy.
Is he any good? Was Temple good? Wait, was that the age when he said, "Yo, tell your boy to get the fuck up and let's get the game going"? When we went to the game at the link.
Hold on, did he coach Temple? I might be. Yeah, he did. He was there, bro. I knew it. December 2005, he was there, and he was there until 2010. So when we got there, that was his first year. So like, yeah, my first year, he left.
Yeah.
Wow.
Al Golden.
That's crazy. Yeah. Then he went to Miami.
Yeah.
Because we were good. Temple was actually pretty good.
We were at the game. I know.
Yeah.
We went. Yeah.
Went to the Villanova game.
Yeah. I said, tell your boy to get the fuck up and let's get the game going.
Bro, that was like 15 years ago.
I know.
Wow.
I didn't know I was going to have G or Cree.
That is crazy. Al fucking Golden.
Do you think the Bengals signed T. Higgins?
I do.
Me too, because Joe is like adamant.
I feel like they're going to find a way. They have to, though. But then they got to be careful, though, because they got to pay Jamar Chase.
What do you think about
I think you got to pay Chase first, though.
Chase is getting $40 million
to see where you're at.
You want a triple crown in a year where they wouldn't pay you? Shit.
I would pay him. They should have paid him in the offseason last year.
I know.
They really fucked up. But he bet on himself. Yo, good for him, dude.
I know.
Yo, he cashed in with a triple crown. You know how fucking hard that is?
It's hard.
Like, that's difficult, dude.
What do you think about Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett's situation's like interesting. Like, I feel like, to me, it's like, where's he going to go?
Bengals.
No,
they're
not going to trade.
I'm playing. No, I know.
But I feel like the best situation for him is the Ravens. Like, he just looks like a Raven.
He does look like a Raven.
I can't explain it.
What about the Eagles?
I think the Eagles will be very interesting. I think the Eagles should look into that.
I know Howie Roseman will.
I think they probably will look into that. They probably, if they're not already, because I know there was like a lot of rumors before this.
Yeah. Last year.
Happened. So like, yeah, but the Bills would be interesting because I think the Bills need a pass rusher because you're not beating the Chiefs without one. Like, Von Miller is not going to do it for you, bro.
I know. He's 80 years old.
That's what I'm saying. So the Bills would need one. So I would say the Bills, the Eagles. I think the Ravens will be a good fit.
He does look like a fucking Raven. I think him or
Raven.
Crosby ends up as a Raven.
Yeah, one of them are Ravens.
Although, I don't know actually now because Crosby is like Pete Carroll now is with the Legion of Boom. He knows some defense.
Yeah, but why? So you suggest that Myles Garrett could be a Raider with Crosby?
Maybe. I mean, that would be a good start to getting your defense ready.
Yeah, but he wants to win a Super Bowl.
I know. I get that.
He was pretty adamant about that.
Unless they get Door.
I think. Yeah,
or Ward, either one of them.
He
guys.
looks like a Raven, bro.
He does.
I think the Bucks would be a good, interesting team. Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay would be very interesting with him and with Todd Bowles. I think that could be a really good piece for him because I think that's kind of what they're missing. They're missing that edge rusher. You know what I mean? That's why they signed Shaq Barrett late in the season.
Yep.
Because they needed that extra boost.
They
if they can get somebody like that on the defensive side of the ball, you got Baker and you got the offense making plays.
Do you think they'll do right by him or they'll send him to the highest bidder?
I think they'll do right by him, actually. And I think.
See, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but
because they need to recoup as much as they can because they're dead.
No, I get that. But at the same time, like, I think that Myles Garrett is more respected.
Like, they don't even have their first round pick this year, do they?
They get their number 2 overall.
Isn't this one
the Browns?
Yeah.
The Browns are number 2 overall.
But it wasn't swapped out in the Deshaun Watson deal?
Let's see.
Or was last year they gave it up?
Not Cleveland's on the clock at number 2.
Wow.
So I just think that, to me, like, yeah, I mean, if I'm Cleveland, I'm getting either an edge rusher because you're going to move Myles Garrett, or I'm going to get an offensive tackle. So either way, I think those two are the biggest needs for the Browns outside of quarterback. Obviously, you can argue wide receiver and running back as well. But to me, Cleveland, I feel like Cleveland's defense is pretty good. Like, I think they need offense.
Yeah, they do. They need a quarterback.
But Myles Garrett doesn't want to stay there for the rebuild.
Do you remember what we said in the summer when we were talking about the way teams would finish this year? And I said that the Cleveland Browns are the only team I know that are getting their starting quarterback back this season, and their team is going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Was that not the dead on accurate?
That's real shit. The quarterback was the biggest.
I've never heard about anything like that in my life. You were getting your starting quarterback back who makes 50 M's a year, and your team was getting worse. Coming off of 75-year-old Joe Flacco.
But that comes back to the point, though. Like, do you think that teams pivot the way that they approach team building? Like, is it worth to pay a quarterback $50 million? Sam Darnold made $10 million and got you all the way to the
but also round. You weren't doing shit with him. I get it.
I'm just saying. $50 million for 3-14 now. I'd rather lose.
fault.
I'd rather lose in the divisional round than be 3-14 and have a
Of course. The Deshaun
cachet
Watson,
of a quarterback.
what's crazy is the Deshaun Watson trade is so hard to judge because it was so bad.
It's so lopsided.
Yeah, like it was just a really, it was just a dumb move from.
And Baker made it even make it look even more foolish.
He made that. That was legitimately putting salt in an open wound.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him because they shitted on him, dude.
Not me.
Because like. Honestly, his career was pretty much dead.
It was dead. He was playing linebacker on the scout team in Carolina. Then he went to the Rams. He had a 52-second drive that saved his fucking career.
It saved his career. That game saved his life.
It changed his entire narrative. He went to Tampa Bay 2 years in a row. He won the division, won one playoff game in 2 years. And you filled in for Tom Brady?
Yeah, you know what's funny? Like, that plane ride going to Los Angeles to play in that game. Like, he probably was like, you know what, man? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
He's the bake shit.
I'm going out there. I'm fucking slinging it. I don't give a fuck with it. Whatever.
Speaking of Baker, I was watching I saw it on X, an interview, and he was talking about at the Pro Bowl games with him losing Liam Cohen. Let's talk about that dude real fast.
Oh my God, Duval.
He said Duval.
Yo, that's
bro.
great.
If I'm anybody on the Jags and I saw that video,
I request a trade.
I would just be like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like when I saw that, I literally looked at it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a 3 or 4 win team."
Yeah, no doubt about it. I don't even know how you would want to play for him.
And then you come on there and you talk about transparency and being open and honest with each other. And the team that you were just the offensive coordinator for, you were ducking their phone calls.
That's hypocrisy.
That's like a politician.
Yeah, that's 100%.
It's so wild. But like, I kept watching the video over because I don't even know how you got into that sound of voice and frame. Duval. Like he got no hype game.
I know, he really don't. Yeah,
he had zero hype game. I felt awkwardness looking at that because I'm like, I actually thought it was AI. That's how corny and cringe. It was so cringe.
It's weird though, because he's got good relationships with his players. Like because even Baker, when
loved him.
They were talking about him at the Pro Bowl. Like even him and Mike Evans, they were like, they gave him all the love. I mean, obviously that's PR shit.
Yeah.
But he even said, we gave him shit for it, but obviously, we're happy for him and yada yada. So like, I don't feel like.
What do you think about that? The Pro Bowl games?
I think it's weak. I think it sucks, bro. It kind of makes a game so soft. Like, bro, they're playing flag football. Like, it's just not the same for me. Like, I don't know. They don't compete at the highest level anymore. Like, you know how like when Chad Johnson went to the Pro Bowl and they had the hands competition, and man, there was nothing like it, bro. They talked shit. Like, you looked forward to that. Like, you wanted to see who would win. Like, Chad Johnson, he made it fun. Like, they made it competitive. They
weren't scared to get tackled.
Nah, it's whack now.
Can I be honest with you? Can I be all the way serious? I had no clue that was on until I saw
it was on Wednesday night.
X.
It was on Wednesday night last week. They were playing the games, like
But like, I feel like that could be fun. However,
it was Thursday.
I saw a thing on. I forget where I saw it, or maybe I read it from like a columnist or a journalism or something. They said at the end of the year, the 2 teams that finish with the worst record should play for the number 1 seed. For the number 1 overall pick next year. I feel like that would be cool as shit.
Wait, say that again?
The 2 teams with the worst record to finish the year. So this year it would have been Tennessee and Cleveland. They should play each other to determine who gets the first overall pick.
With what roster?
Their real rosters.
With their 2024 version or the 2025 version?
What you mean? At the end of the season, like you play your 17-game season. Then after that, the worst 2 teams in the league play 1 extra game. The winner gets the number 1 seed.
Nope.
I'd fuck with that.
Nope.
Why?
Because the players don't get paid for that game.
Maybe you pay them.
It's more organizational incentive.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that.
The players don't give a fuck.
I mean, I thought it was a you idea. I'm just saying.
The players don't give a fuck. That's the problem.
That's the problem with the Pro Bowl. That's the problem. Right. What happened with the NBA? But you want to talk some NBA real fast?
We can do that.
A few things happened.
Of course, the bombshell went off.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yo, word up. I'm laying in bed and had the worst bad beat of my life in gambling. And I'm laying in bed. It's like 12:30, and I see Luka Doncic traded to the Lakers, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "What?"
You thought it was Cat?
Bro, yeah. You don't trade Luka. You just don't do that. You don't do that. I honest to God, like, I cannot believe you traded a 25-year-old player coming off the finals that has already been a 5-time All-NBA. First team. He's got more All-NBAs than Steph, I think.
So what do you think about that, though? Like, to me, like, I just think
that's a slam dunk for the Lakers.
I just feel like, to me, like, that is the biggest blunder a GM could ever do.
The thing is like, you even see Jason Kidd sitting there. Like, you could tell how awkward he felt. Like, yo, what are you talking about?
He wanted no parts of that.
You traded Luka?
You could tell, bro. Like, you just know.
Like, somebody said, somebody posted, and they're like, yo, Luka is the trade was so lopsided, they're making AD look like Hassan Whiteside. And it is, because AD is an amazing player. He's awesome. He's a top 10 guy.
But he's 31. That's the problem.
He's 31 and he's injury prone.
27,
it's different.
It's different.
But you traded a 25-year-old superstar who is at worst the second best player in the NBA.
He's a cornerstone piece. You don't trade, dude. You don't ever trade a player
like
that. Yeah, you build around a piece like that for
and
years.
The thing is like my thing is like, they're saying like, oh, can Luka and LeBron play together? And it's like, if Luka could play with Kyrie, he can play with LeBron, because LeBron can do more than Kyrie. But I think the issue is this. The issue is you have players like Rudy Gobert, Zach LaVine, and all these players going for 3 and 4 firsts. And you get him for 1 first and AD?
Bro, when Rob Pelinka got that call, like, what do you think that he was like going through in his mind? Like, what the fuck am I being like?
He probably had to play.
Am I being pranked right now?
And then he said, like, I have to play poker here. I have to slow play it.
Yeah.
Because if I say yes right away, he's going to want everything. But you don't get Austin Reeves. You don't get Dalton Connect. You don't get 5 first-round picks.
Nothing.
Crazy.
They got Max Christie and fucking AD and a first-round pick.
First-round pick for Luka Doncic
alone is insane.
Bro, Anthony Davis, a first-round pick, and Max Christie, that's like something that I would expect for Kyrie.
That's correct, dude. I can't believe it, yo. I can't believe Luka's Laker.
He's playing Saturday.
Like, I honestly just genuinely can't believe that.
I can't wait for February 25th.
He's playing Saturday?
He's playing Saturday.
Oh, shit. Wow. Who they play?
Pacers.
Interesting.
The Pacers.
Are they on the road or are they home?
I think they're at the Crypt.
They're in LA?
Hold on. I think so. I think they're on a homestand now. Can you check that out real fast?
Lakers, yeah, they're home. Yep. They're away against the Clippers tomorrow. Then they're home Thursday against the Warriors and home Saturday against the Pacers.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting.
That's going to be awesome. What else was I?
When does AD play?
Probably. I don't know. He had like a hurt abdomen or something. I want to say this too. The other thing was, yeah.
No.
Wait, already what?
Like Anthony Davis, he's hurt.
He's injured. He was out.
For real?
Yeah, he had an injured abdomen. He injured it against the game before the Knicks. I forget, maybe the Sixers. I don't even remember.
So why the fuck would they trade for him?
That's what makes no sense. Duval. What do you think about the NBA going to 10-minute quarters?
That's not going to happen.
Why not?
Because how does that even make any sense? What's the?
I kind of like it.
Why? It doesn't change anything.
I think it would give teams more urgency because you don't have extra time to do it. And I thought about this immediately, and Chris Broussard said it. The average player today is playing like 34 or 35 minutes. And if you shave 8 points off of the game, 8 minutes, and you're only playing 40 minutes, that's also, you're not going to be scoring 140 a game, number one. Number two, the players aren't playing but 34 and 35 minutes. So you have 13 minutes of backups.
So let me ask you a question. These players are going to make more money and their games are going to be...
but they're going to play more.
So let me ask you a question too. And another question to follow up on that.
Yeah.
What do you do with the ticket sales?
What do you mean? Everything stays the same.
No fucking way, bro. I'm getting 8 minutes less of time and I'm paying the same amount.
But the problem, it doesn't... No, see, you're not though, really, because the players are only playing 34 and 35 minutes. There's no difference because now
that's basketball though. Like I feel like you needed depth. Like I think you need those pieces to those. That's how you make your team.
No, because
Like, I don't think you should play your star, your starters the entire time. And
LeBron played 48, played
I don't
every
know.
game before. Luka averaged
off
40 last year.
I like the way it is. I think the problem
Something
is
needs to be done with the NBA.
The NBA is too fucking long, bro. They got 82 games.
They should start on Christmas.
Bro, they got 82 games, dude. Like, nobody's watching this shit in October.
I used to, but this year I couldn't do it, dude.
Nobody's
it's too hard watching
November.
the threes.
Nobody's watching in November. Nobody really only watches NBA until the March Madness ends.
I can't wait for March Madness. 1 month.
The problem is that, see, like, it's funny because I don't know anything about it.
What?
March Madness.
It's just fun basketball to me. It's kids playing a game for joy and fun, and they're playing their hearts out. It's basketball.
Yeah.
It's not just chucking threes every 30 seconds.
Do you normally take those days off of work?
I used to when I was working at the bank because we had so many PTO days. I would always roll over a week, and I would take off the first week of it, and that would be it. But this year, I actually said, like, on day one, I actually would like to, like, take off and, like, go out. I was talking to Seamus about it, and I was saying, like, yo, we should get a bunch of our friends. Mike not going, but a bunch of our friends should go and go out and get food and shit and watch the games.
You don't think he's gonna go?
Hell no.
No shot.
No.
How come? You don't think
2 under 2.
You don't think we'll ever see him again?
I'm gonna miss him, bro. I'm gonna miss him.
It's gonna be a while.
No, I will see him just on Snapchat.
Just like birthdays.
Yeah. Engagement parties, shit like that. Not engagement parties, reveals,
weddings,
shit like weddings. Yeah. That's when we'll see him.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like the realization of life, dude. That's when you know that shit is like.
Oh yeah, 2 under 2 is crazy, dude.
Damn, bro.
That's the guy. Congratulations, Mike.
Congrats.
By the way, I know we were just ripping you, but congratulations, just had another baby boy, JRB.
JRB. Can't wait to meet him.
You know who really banged a set? JRB. All right, last thing before we bounce. Cooper Kupp posts that he's getting traded. He doesn't know why, which is
he posted about it.
Yeah. He said they told me to, like, go search. He goes, I disagree with the decision. I wanted to start and finish in LA.
Wow. Interesting.
I don't know why they're trading him. Who do you think? Who's a good destination for him?
I wanted to say Buffalo, but
say
I feel
Jalen Hurts after this. After this part, say Jalen Hurts.
I wanted to say Buffalo, but I don't know. I right off the top of my head, I do not know who would be a really good destination right now. Like, who's a good quarterback? Maybe Joe Burrow would
Bengals.
Bengals would be
wide receiver 3, or
in the slot.
T walks, and you put him opposite of Jamar Chase,
and you get Cooper Kupp for cheap, and
Joe Burrow would be just fine.
Fair. Who else would be a good? What's another good destination?
Eagles.
I think Patriots. He's too. I don't think that's a good.
I'm just kidding.
Eagles.
I would take him. Absolutely. Who do I think Cooper Kupp would be good with? The Chiefs.
The Chiefs?
Yep. As soon as they get Rashee Rice back.
I don't think he'll be good with the Chiefs because I think his lateral quickness is kind of diminished.
I still think he could get over.
And I think the Chiefs, that's what they value the most. Like, if you look at all their wide receivers, they have a specific prototype. They're all fast as fuck, right? Like, they are, dude. I mean, they have an occasional D-Hop, Juju, but that's just what they can afford, right at the moment. But I don't know. I don't see that to be a fit.
Not the Giants.
Commanders
would be a good one. With scary fucking. Who else would we get? Who would we go for him?
I'm trying to look at the teams here.
Ravens.
Denver.
Bucks.
Denver could be a good one.
The Bucks.
Denver with Sean Payton.
Texans. He's got some options.
Yeah, Texans would be
the Lions would be really good. The Lions
would be an excellent team because they love the slot.
Yes,
but they have Amon-Ra.
Yeah, but Amon-Ra could go out.
Right,
100% could go out. But imagine having that underneath. With you got Jameer coming out of the backfield. You got Amon-Ra, who's a speedster too.
What about the Bucks?
I think it would be great
because
that's big.
I don't think Godwin comes back.
No, and he would be able to fill the Chris Godwin role. I was just going to say that.
But then you have Jalen McMillan. You could do the same thing as him, though.
Jalen McMillan, I think, is bigger than that. Pause. I think Jalen McMillan's.
He's really good.
I think Jalen McMillan is. I think he's a stud player.
Yeah,
I really do. I'm a big fucking fan of his, dude.
Falcons
I like him
would be a good destination.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't want him to go to Arizona. He wouldn't because it's the same division. But Kyler Murray fucking stinks. Yeah. I'm saying the Lions.
The Lions.
Dallas.
I think the Bucks would be the best spot.
Dallas, he would help. Dallas is atrocious.
Yeah, but I don't want him to go to Dallas.
I don't think it matters.
I like Cooper Kupp as a player.
Yeah,
I
got you. I got you.
Fucking Dallas.
You said the other day, one more time before we get it. You said the other day you wanted to bring up Jalen Hurts about something.
Jalen Hurts.
You wanted to bring up something about Jalen Hurts. You wanted to ask me a question.
Oh my God, I forgot about it.
We were calling it avenues. We were laughing about it. Remember you were fucking around in the text message?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I forget what it was though. Specifically, I forget what it was.
It was something really about him being elite or judging him, because I was breaking your balls saying that you're not a Jalen Hurts guy or something.
Which I don't understand why people say that. Like, I don't even know where. All I've said was he just doesn't do it for me.
I know. You know what he reminds me of for you?
But I gave specific reasons. I said I root for him because I really want him to do really well.
You don't trust him.
I do like him as a person.
You just don't trust him.
It's not that I don't trust him. It's just like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's eye test. Like,
who do you trust more, him or McNabb?
Jalen.
Oh, you're McNabb. You hate McNabb.
Jalen, because I think Jalen's a winner.
Did you like McNabb? I don't remember, because I like.
I was up and down on like with McNabb. I don't know. I kind of like McNabb, but I kind of didn't. Like
McNabb soured at the end of the career because he started doing bullshit.
Bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I was a huge McNabb fan.
I remember.
I was a huge McNabb fan. I loved him. I love number 5, bro.
He's the 5, bro.
And then after that, like, I don't know. Like, he kind of soured, like,
because he started talking a lot of shit against the Eagles.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you were the face of the most successful, up until now, the most successful period of our franchise.
He was the one quarterback I really wanted to win a Super Bowl.
Dude, I wanted him to win a Super Bowl because he would have got so much respect.
Yeah. I think he needed it, though.
He needed it.
Because his career, like he was highly recruited coming out of Syracuse.
I know.
So, like, he needed a Super Bowl to solidify his legacy, because to get the 4 NFC Championship games in a row is fucking difficult, bro.
Jim Kelly.
Like, that
Jim Kelly
so
went to the Super
hard
Bowl,
to do. And I know he didn't have any, like, the best weapons, but the Eagles defense.
The defense was lit.
Fucking lit. Bro.
I know. He had James Thrash, Todd Pinkston, Billy McMullen, Chad
Westbrook
Lewis.
Was the guy. Like, we had that Westbrook kind of guy.
Yo, I saw this thing. I was seeing it on Instagram, and it was Eagles fans, and they were doing start, bench, cut. Saquon, Westbrook, and Shady.
Wow. What do?
I'm starting Saquon, and people call me crazy. I'm benching Westbrook and cutting Shady. Westbrook, bro, Westbrook is legitimately one of my favorite players of all time.
That's difficult. No,
that's a hard one, though. I just feel like
that's a conversation. Bro.
I feel like Saquon is the starter no matter what. But I feel like the bench and cut, you go back and forth. But I feel like Westbrook was unreal.
I think you got to cut Westbrook, though.
I know. Maybe, look, at the end of the day, I'm probably saying that. I would probably take Shady. But, like, for me, I can't do that. I can't say I'm going to cut Westbrook because I loved him so much. Because I think Westbrook, like, I just remember him just coming out of the backfield and catching and running. He was the whole offense. He was the whole offense before T.O.
He legitimately did everything. He took back the punt returns.
He did everything, bro.
I agree with that. That's a difficult one, though. I don't know who I would take.
Start, bench, cut. Saquon, Shady, and Westbrook. Give me Saquon and Westbrook all day.
Oh, so I'm trying to think of the Hurts conversation. I think it was something along the lines of.
I didn't watch that on the Herd. I wasn't on the Herd.
Well, who said Herd?
I thought you said you saw something on the Herd.
No, I'm talking about the conversation about Jalen Hurts.
Him being elite or something.
I wanted to ask you something. So, if the Eagles, hypothetically speaking, so you think Jalen Hurts is elite, right? Do you think he's elite?
Nah.
How? That's where now this is where I don't understand. It's like I got shit because I don't think he's elite.
Yeah.
But I also said he just doesn't do it for me. Yeah. But I also root for him. But I'm a hater. I don't understand that. But I don't understand how people could say. Also, on the flip side of that is how can you not be a hater saying that a guy that went to 2 Super Bowls out of the last 3 years not be elite? So now, but why is that not hater shit?
Because I don't think it's hater shit. I think it's, to me, like, I think when you evaluate Jalen Hurts, you have to look at him in totality. And I said this before about Lamar and Josh, body of work. And with Jalen, his stats aren't eye-popping, but he does enough to win. But I think that with Jalen, like, there is an eye test. An eye test I rely on more than stats. But for me, there are 4 quarterbacks that I think are elite, that there's no other quarterbacks that I look at and I'm just like, you can do that. Like, I feel like with Josh, Lamar, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes, I feel like you could pick them up and drop them anywhere, and that team is legit from the rip.
But why can't you make the same argument with Jalen Hurts? Because when he took over the Eagles, they were garbage.
They were in chaos, but there was still, like, how do I explain it? I'm like doing mental gymnastics. How do I explain that? What was I saying right before that with the Elite Four? If you pick them up,
you said if you pick them up and put them anywhere, they're going to be
just like for eye test, because I just feel their physical attributes, like they just have stuff. They just have stuff that Jalen doesn't. Those aren't skills. Where I think Jalen maybe has them in different things is intangibles. Like Jalen has a lot of stuff that you can't measure. Where it instincts and all that. Like, I think Jalen has really good instincts. I think Jalen knows how to protect the ball. And I think that's evident because the only season that Jalen didn't protect the ball, the Eagles floundered.
So what the fuck do we argue about? Because we kind of say the same thing. Like,
yeah, we do.
I think Jalen Hurts is a winner. I've always said that. I even said that dating back to college.
But I feel like
I always gave him his flowers of being a winner.
But I feel like you don't give him the benefit of the doubt and you don't trust him to win you a game.
No, because we haven't.
But you have to trust him to win a game.
No, I think he's a winner. Like, I think that if you gave him all the right pieces, he's not going to lose you the game.
Correct. An elite game manager.
And that's okay.
Do you stand by that?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, this whole time I was sitting there, I'm laughing because I was like, what are we actually arguing? Because I feel like we had the same views.
We have the same exact view of Jalen Hurts.
But like, I feel like you think that like I'm shitting on him. But I'm just saying, I simply come from the era of slinging that thing, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I pause.
Thank you.
Like, I'm from that era. That's why when I saw Tanner McKee come in there and he was just slinging that rock, I was just like, wow,
I just feel like you lack communication.
No, I think I was very communicative on this aspect. I just think that you got hot because you chased a narrative on the social media, thinking that I followed that same narrative, which I didn't follow that narrative. I don't even know what's on social media, what narrative they're painting on Jalen Hurts. I'm just going based on what I'm watching on Jalen Hurts. And I'm telling you, he's holding on to the fucking ball too long, and he is.
No, I do partially agree with that. The other thing is, though, is like, I see you going the bat for Josh Allen, and I don't see you doing the same thing for Green.
But why? Why am I going to bat for Josh Allen? Because he's legit. He's him, bro. He is fucking him.
That's a Super Bowl trophy.
I don't give a fuck, man.
No, I'm just playing. But I mean, serious. I want you to have that same energy for one.
Because
that's it. That's it.
That's not my quarterback, man. That's why.
There it is. There, yeah. I finally got it out of you. Pause. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's
one is my quarterback. I got my 9.
That's okay.
I got my 9, but number 9 is great. 2. Number 9 is my favorite player in the league. 1 is my quarterback.
Yeah, Eagles are my squad. No doubt.
I know what you did there. I see what you did there. That's like Bernie saying that he didn't take money from pharmaceutical CEOs.
I'm just saying. But that's how I feel on it, though. I'm not shy about it. I've always said that about him.
Nah, I know you've been consistent.
And honestly, like, he hasn't gotten better. So like, to me, like, I just don't feel like when you pay a quarterback that much money, like, I want to see you fucking throw the rock, man. I mean, I've been an Eagles fan for my whole life. We've always had the quarterback. We've never had the weapons. Now we have the weapons, and now we can't throw the fucking rock around. We're getting 80 yards a game. I want to see 300 fucking a game, bro. And I know we have Saquon back there, but it's like me as a fan.
5 days.
I'm saying as a fan, bro. Like, I want to see A.J. Brown go crazy.
6 days.
Like, we got Devontae Smith. He's a Heisman winner. I want to see him go fucking crazy.
Mark my words. Like, Devontae Smith is going to fucking snap on something.
He's so due. He's the player to watch.
Yes, he's due.
He's the player to watch. And like, who else is a player to watch that you think?
Well, no, I don't even want to go there. I want to talk Sundee because we got our guest coming.
Fair.
So,
okay.
All right, guys. That was thrown together spur of the moment because we wanted to get a little bit going before we came in on Sunday. But reminder, Sunday at 11 a.m. we're doing our Super Bowl show with Ryan and Tom. And that's the outro.
Yeah.
That's our new outro.
Sound like quarterback, man.
That's
real
our
shit.
new outro.
I ain't my quarterback, yo. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments.
I just said we don't need an outro.
Haven't done so already. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher, and all that other shit. Also, follow us on all of our social media. We will be dropping clips all week. We will be potting on Sunday, Super Bowl, the big game, 11 o'clock in the morning. So be there and don't miss it. And we will see you guys Sunday morning at P&I, baby. Go Birds.
I can't wait for Sunday morning.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my